Today's story is about a little girl who found her courage in the most unexpected way. It's called Shyna's Sparkling Ears, a tale of bravery. Let's begin. Meet Shyna. Once upon a time, in a small cheerful town, there lived a girl named Shyna. She was 7 years old, full of energy and dreams. She loved to spend her afternoons reading picture books, drawing colorful rainbows, and playing with her favorite toys. But there was one thing that always made her nervous: the thought of wearing earrings again. She had tried it once before and it didn't go well, and since then, even the idea of earrings made her heart beat faster. Shyna still remembered that day from long ago. She had gone with her parents to try on earrings, but it didn't go as she hoped. It had hurt, and little Shyna cried a lot. Her mother held her close, and her father tried to make her smile, but from that day, she promised herself she would never try again. Even when she saw other girls wearing bright earrings, she would quietly touch her ears and think, maybe I'm just not brave enough. One sunny afternoon, Shyna was reading a storybook in her room. As she turned the pages, she found a story about a brave girl who decided to wear beautiful earrings and faced her fear with a smile. Shyna's eyes stopped right there. Something in her heart moved. She closed the book and whispered softly, if that girl could do it, maybe I can too. For the first time, instead of fear, she felt a spark of excitement. Without wasting a single minute, Shyna ran to her mother, her voice full of excitement. "Mama," she said, almost out of breath, "can we please call the nurse to help me wear new earrings again? I want to try this time." Her mother looked at her with surprise, then smiled warmly. "I'm so proud of you, Shyna. Yes, we can do that." She quickly made an appointment, but it was scheduled for the next day. That one day felt endless to Shyna. She kept asking, "When will the nurse come, Mama? Is it morning yet?" Her excitement and nervousness mixed into one long, impatient wait. Finally, the special day arrived. 2 kind nurses came to Shyna's home with a small box that glimmered like a treasure chest. Shyna sat on a chair while her mother held her hand tightly. Her father stood nearby, smiling proudly and recording the moment on his phone. Her grandmother stood close, whispering encouraging words, "You're so brave, my dear. You can do this." The room was filled with love, warmth, and a quiet sense of pride. Shyna took a deep breath. She could feel her heart beating faster, but she didn't move away. The nurse carefully helped her wear the new shiny earrings. Everyone around her waited, watching quietly. To everyone's surprise, Shyna stayed completely calm. She didn't cry, she didn't flinch, she just held her mother's hand and smiled softly. That was the moment she realized how strong she had become. Her mother's eyes filled with tears of pride, and her grandmother clapped softly, saying, "See? I told you, our little girl is brave." When everything was done, Shyna stood up and walked to the mirror. She looked at her reflection and gasped with joy. 2 tiny, sparkling earrings shone brightly in her ears. But even brighter was the smile on her face. She touched her earrings gently and said to herself, "I did it. I really did it." Her courage had won over her fear, and she felt happier than ever before. The next morning, Shyna could hardly wait to go to school. She wore her favorite dress and combed her hair neatly, eager to show her new earrings to her friends. As soon as she entered the classroom, everyone noticed them. Her friends gathered around her, clapping and cheering, and even her teacher smiled proudly. Shyna told them all about how she decided to be brave, and how she didn't cry this time. Her classmates listened wide-eyed, inspired by their friend's courage. Back at home, Shyna made sure to take good care of her earrings. She listened carefully to her mother's instructions and always reminded her, "Mama, it's time for the eardrops." 3 times a day, just like the nurse had said, Shyna followed the routine with care and patience. She had learned that being brave wasn't only about facing fear, but also about being responsible afterward. A few days later, when Shyna looked at her reflection again, she realized something special. Bravery isn't about never feeling scared. It's about believing in yourself enough to try again. It's about taking a deep breath, trusting your heart, and moving forward even when you remember the pain. That night, as she went to sleep, she whispered softly, "I'm proud of me." And that was the story of Shyna, the little girl who turned fear into courage and doubt into confidence. Her sparkling earrings were more than just accessories, they were a symbol of her brave heart. Thank you for listening to Shyna's Sparkling Ears, a tale of bravery. Stay tuned for more heartwarming stories on Growing Up Tales, where every story helps you grow a little braver, kinder, and stronger.